Hi, my name's Nick Kaiser, and I'm a first year executive MPA student. And this is actually my first semester at CU Denver, and looking forward to meeting all of you. I watched several of your videos, and a lot of you have fantastic backstories, and I look forward to getting to know you guys. A bit about me: I've been in the Navy now for close to 12 years. The last three of them have been as a Navy recruiter working in downtown Denver, recruiting enlisted and officer positions. Most of my time with the Navy was actually spent with the reserves. Gave me a chance to travel. I've been to over 15 different countries, um, both with the active duty and the reserves. And it gave me some time to pursue some of my own individual goals, such as getting my bachelor's degree at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. While I was there, I worked as an intern with the state and local governance, small business development center, and I went to the state senate as an intern while they were in session. My earliest job was actually working as a farmhand when I was a teenager at a small family farm who raised pigs. I find the pigs to sometimes be less dirty than the politicians, but with proper management, both can be quite amenable and useful. Some of my passions are philosophy, history, and politics, and just learning about different cultures. One of them I have a particular interest is late Republican Rome, because I feel that America and our founding fathers based a lot of their ideas off of the Roman Republic, and as we knew, that eventually fell. I would say that history can still be learned from. Technology changes, but people generally have the same goals, dreams, and ideas that they had 2,000 years ago. And by understanding how they felt, we can understand how to deal with problems as they come up in the future. My learning styles I work best with are visual and kinesthetic. Um, I find it's easier to first watch someone do something and then have them just explain it to you by showing you it. I Some of my goals for this class is I hope to broaden my understanding of civil service, learn to be a more effective leader, and look for blind spots I have in my worldview so I can better serve people eventually who have different backgrounds than I. Two of my syllabus questions I had were, are we going to turn in projects as a group or be judged independently? And two, is the stakeholder final a group final or an individual final? And can we pick the organization that we do our final project on, or will it be assigned to us? So the prompt this week on why balancing the four E's is important in public administration was and based off our reading of Balancing the Four E's, or Can We Achieve Equity for Social Equity in Public Administration? Written by Kristen Newman in 2018, based off a discussion in 1968. Well, then in 1968, as in now, we were dealing with a lot of revelations on laws that we had put into place that were economic, efficient, and equal and effective, weren't equitable in their implementation. So treating equity as important as the other three pillars is paramount, because it affects having good policy in this country. It's often treated as an afterthought that needs to be addressed later, and it can make good laws into bad ones, and solutions that were supposed to address something and be efficient and quick about it into long litigational nightmares. A good example of one that personally affected me recently was the military implemented a policy up top that you could not leave your state during the pandemic without a written letter from the admiral. Now, that was a policy that was economic, it was quick to implement, and it addressed the pandemic and was trying to stop slow to spread. It was efficient because it was quick. It was effective because it addressed the spread, but it wasn't equitable because some people live in cities like Kansas City, where it borders two states, or lived in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where if they wanted to go get some food or groceries, they'd have to drive to Fort Collins. So while it was inputted equally, it wasn't equitably implemented. I use this example because I know there are more serious examples out there, especially in relation to BIPOC and marginalized communities, particularly as we go through this economic downturn. And I look forward to discussing with each and every one of you your solutions on how that would be best implemented. I would admit that it's kind of a gap I have as a white man in the military that I've not experienced too much inequity, but I would love to learn when I see it and be a better advocate to those it affects. In the military, we're more accustomed to meritorious autocracy than egalitarian society. But I believe that the government can play a role. Now, what role that necessarily means is definitely up to interpretation. We could look at other nonprofits to kind of address the equity gap. In some situations, maybe we should all be treated citizens equally. Um, Really, it goes into where we need to proceed. And that's something I hope this class will help me understand more. I definitely value it as a position, though. I look forward to meeting everyone, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.